Hello, good afternoon, everybody. My name is Justin Rich. I'm the host of the Countless Vlogcast. My guest today is Specks Thompson, Black comic creator. I'm going to bring him on. We're going to talk a little comics and a little about his latest projects, and we'll have some fun. I'm going to bring him on right now. All right, good afternoon. How you doing?
I'm doing pretty good, man. How you doing?
I'm doing well. So tell us about yourself, where you're from, who you are.
All right. Well, my name is Curtis Specks Thompson. I'm from Augusta, Georgia. That's like 2 hours away from Atlanta, Georgia. Right beside Carolina. And Black comic creator, man.
So what got you into writing and illustration?
As a kid, you always write stories, and you watch Dragon Ball Z. You like, I can make my own character, and you put them in Dragon Ball Z world and whatnot. I did like plenty of that growing up. Like I had like Dragon Ball Z characters, Zoid characters, Digimon, X-Men, all that good stuff. So like I've been writing my own, like, I guess, OC characters. But what really got me doing the Legacy of the View is I'm just was chit chat with my fiance one day, and telling her what I used to do in high school and whatnot. She said, I should try and get back drawing and writing, and maybe I can make some money off of it, like get picked up by DC and Marvel. I think at the time Infinity Wars or Black Panther was coming out, something like that. So it was a topic to talk about. So I started
in high school. Were you more like the kid that was drawing when everybody else was like doing the homework in school?
Well, middle school, I remember drawing and selling pictures. Like somebody wanted like a picture of Naruto or Full Metal Alchemist, so that I can draw pictures of them and sell them off. So like, I mean, I still did sports and stuff, so it wasn't like my main thing. But then I doodle in like in art class. I sell like all my art teachers. They loved my work, but I never was like just passionate about it. It's something I could do.
Awesome, man. So how would you describe your style of like writing and illustration?
Well, none of my projects so far I personally illustrated. I have an artist that does it named Yusuf. But my style, I'll say with the art, it's a blend between the American and Japanese. Because I watch a lot of anime, but I don't really care for too much manga. So, but I read a lot of comics. So I just blend it two together. But my writing style, I guess you can say is, I want to say like Jonathan Hickman, the writer of the X-Men and Fantastic Four and stuff like that.
Awesome, man. That's pretty cool.
Because I know my ending, but like I know how my story's gonna end, so I'm writing up to it. So basically, it's kind of like writing backwards.
So when you're writing your story, do you do the characters first? Or you do like a story first? Do you do like your worlds together, or do you do like characters and then build a world?
Well, the characters first. So like let's say I got the View, I got Boots, I got Warren, the Chief, a couple of my characters, right? I got their names and like what they do, but then like the extra backstory and the other fluff, comes later. I build around it.
So who are some of your influences? Like, even if it's not like in this like comics, so who are some influences in terms of like family, friends, people that like inspired you to like when you're coming up and starting out?
I mean, like comic wise, I mean, I have really no influences, I guess. Maybe maybe I look up to the guy who does Tuskegee Airs. It's pretty dope. And also the guy who does the Harriet Tubman comic, the Demon Slayer one, or no, Vampire Slayer. She's a Vampire Slayer. Yeah,
pretty cool.
Yeah, so I look up to them. Like I see what they're doing and how they're passionate about their projects, and I want to be the same way and get received the same way as they do.
So how do you connect with your audience and your like with potential fans?
Just from my posts. My comic, The Legacy of the View, has a lot of hip hop elements to it. So like one part of the story, he was singing the Gucci Man verse. So
which Gucci though? Which Gucci? Was it like 2000 Gucci when he first came out? The street Gucci, was it like
Fat Gucci? This is
Fat Gucci.
Yeah, this is, you had to be a real fan to know. I dropped the picture on Instagram around the time they was doing the versus battle between him and Jeezy.
Mm.
I mean, only real Gucci fans know this song, and it was a mixtape song called "Kick Your Door."
Oh
And
man,
it just some verse. If you knew, you knew. If you didn't, you didn't.
yeah, that's it,
But
man.
the way, my comments pretty PG-13, so I know I couldn't curse. So the way I wrote it, you just had to know, like, oh, I know exactly where that came from.
So your audience is like, would you say like teenagers and up, or would you say it's like kids and up? They're like
Well,
preteens and up.
so far it's been a variety. I mean, I done had a 7-year-old tell me he loved it, and I had like somebody older than me tell me. So I don't know my audience so far. I just know my audience is people who love comics.
So when you first started out, what was your goals? Like, what were some of your goals when you first started, like publishing and started writing? Were you thinking about like how far you could go, or were you thinking about this like putting it out there? Or were you just thinking about like this writing, getting content and putting content together?
Well, before I started doing it like I am now, putting it out myself. My goal was to write a solid story, like a pilot type story, so I can get picked up by DC or Marvel. But after that, I read an article talking about don't try to write for DC and Marvel like a Batman story, write your own Batman, because typically they don't pick up new artists or new writers. They got their own set people they use. And if I submit a story to them, they can say yeah, they don't want it. But here, like 2-3 years later, that same story, they're probably gonna pick it up from them. They probably tweaked it a little bit and put it out themselves. So
yeah, it's great advice too, because a lot of people want to like copycat, like see what they see on TV or like in a comic, and then they'll just be like influenced by that. So
yeah,
instead of like thinking they have their own kind of like characters. When did you realize you had artistic prowess, like as like a really talented from like maybe like the regular artist, like actual like really talented like writer? Was it like somebody told you were, or you just believed in yourself?
Basically, I didn't believe in myself, but like I said, my art teachers, they always said I had something. Then like I doodle something, or even my fiance said I could draw. Was it like a baby shower, and it was like a little game where they was playing. Everybody get a letter, and you gotta draw something for the letter because they're making a coloring book for their kid, a book or something like that. And like the pictures I draw was good, and everybody's like, "Man, you're an artist, you're an artist." I'm like, this is something I did in like 5 minutes. This is nothing. So I guess I just have a knack for it, and I can be polished up on it a little bit though.
Yeah, that's pretty cool, man. So let's talk about collaborations. Though we met in the Facebook group too. Have you collaborated with a lot of other artists? Like I know you said you have Illustrated though, but have you like done projects with other artists, other writers?
Yes. Yes, I have. Lonzo Starr from Concrete Comics. I linked up with him, as well as Derek Jefferson of Hold It Down, Bro Comics with a Homeless Homeboy.
Awesome, man. So what is your creative process for you? Like, do you have like a blank sheet, or do you have like ideas before you want to write, or do you like have like wake up at middle of the night start writing? Like, do you have different ways of like creative?
Well, like when I want to write, I got my notebook. I just go to town, start writing, jot down everything I can at that moment. But typically, I keep around a small little notebook, like a little pad in my pocket. So if I got an idea, right then and there, and I jot down some little footnotes, so I come back to it later so I don't forget, because like my mind just be racing. Like I'd be at work and I'd be like, oh man, that'd be great. I can add this to my comic. And I write it down. It'll come back later, or write it down, forget, and I'm doing pages like, oh man, that's a good idea. It just sparks up again. So like basically I just tend to or my phone. I just go to the side of my phone and put it there. Just do what I can.
Oh, sorry, you can cut off. Say it again. You there? Hello? Oh, there we go.
Kind of went away there for a minute.
Yep. Yeah. Say that again. You were saying before, if you can remember. We were talking about your creative process a little bit. Or you were talking about how you get influenced at work. You said a little bit.
Yeah, you back now?
Yeah.
All right.
All right, can you hear me?
I hear you, but you're frozen.
I'm frozen. You're frozen too. You can hear me though, right?
Yeah, I hear you.
All right, cool. Yeah, so we talk about a little about your creative process too. Go into that a little bit more.
Basically, I just can't tend to have like a pen and paper handy, or my little small notepad, or even my phone. I go to the note section of my phone and write some stuff down. You know, anywhere I can, just I don't lose that little idea I have.
So what's the latest project you're working
my
on?
characters,
Like,
you know, I just right now I got right now it's almost complete. I got a Kickstarter for it. Actually, it just launched. It's a Legacy of the View. That's issue 3, and that's what I'm working on right now. But in my back pocket, I got a manga I've done. It's called Boots, the chick with robot shoes, and I'll release that this summer too.
Awesome, man. So what's the Kickstarter so people could find and support?
Just go Kickstarter. You know, you go to search bar, type in Legacy of the View 1 through 3. It should pop right on up. You should see a picture of the View versus the main villain of the story arc, the pilot.
So, what's your advice for people starting out, like, just want to be like comics, create their own comics?
Know your prices before you start. No matter if you're a writer or artist, you know, if you're gonna hire somebody to do the work, or if somebody's gonna hire you to do the work, know the prices of everything, because people will charge outrageous prices, and also people will charge under price stuff. So you gotta know how to balance it out between the price you think you're worth and also your time. You gotta balance it out. So if you want to get paid $40 or pay somebody $40 and they take a week, you know, it's kind of funny. But you know, somebody get paid $40 and they get done with 2 pages in 3 days. You know, so you got you know, think about how you're gonna spend your time and money.
Awesome, man. So where people will find you at? Social media, websites, all that.
You can find me on Facebook or Instagram at Legacy of the View, and also the website is legacyoftheview.com. Simple, real easy.
All right, man. I appreciate you coming on, man. Talking more about your projects, man. Looking forward to talking again.
Yeah, appreciate it, man. Thanks for having me.
This has been Countless Vlogcast, Countless Riches, and my guest today, Specks Thompson. Make sure you guys check him out and support the Kickstarter. Thank you again. All right, brother. You have a good one.
You too, man. Appreciate it.